What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Roblox Islands video. In today's video, I will be reviewing every weapon in the game today and showing you all how much damage they do. At the end of this video, I will have a list of all the weapons in descending order from most amount of damage to least amount of damage. Make sure to like this video, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. Alright everyone, let's hop right into it. So I am on Buffalo Core Island, about to fight some Buffalo Cores. We are starting with this wooden sword. So with this wooden sword, it looks like I'm getting a regular hit of 10 damage, and when it crits, a critical hit, I get about 15 damage. So we're moving on to the Gilded Steel Hammer. With the Gilded Steel Hammer, I get a regular hit of 25 and a critical hit of 37.5. Onto the Aquamarine Sword. With the Aquamarine Sword, I'm getting regular hits of 18 and critical hits of 27. Alright, with this Iron War Axe, I'm getting regular hits of 16 and critical hits of 24. So just a little bit worse than the Aquamarine Sword. Alright, I'm moving on to the long-ranged weapons now, the Spellbook. The Spellbook does a regular damage of 60. It does not do any critical damage, it appears, so just a flat base 60 damage. Watching me beat up some Buffalo Cores right now. And next we're on to the Title Spellbook. The Title Spellbook differs only in the sense that it also does splash damage. So it does regular 60 damage, just like the regular spellbook, but it does 20 additional damage to any close mobs. So that's the main difference between the regular spellbook and title spellbook, besides the graphics. So we're moving on to the bows now. This is the basic bow. The bows are a little bit different because it depends on how long you hold on to the mouse, and the longer you hold on, the more damage it appears to do. So for this, I was getting a pretty large range of 28 to 44 damage, 28 being the lowest, 44 being the highest, and there were plenty of numbers in between. So these are definitely ranged a lot more than the other weapons. So for the hardened bow limb, I was having some issues. I'm not sure if it was just me. I checked to see if I ran out of arrows, but I didn't. So I think it might just be broken right now. So we are actually just going to skip the hardened bow limb for now and move on to the artifact bow. So the artifact bow, again, similar to the basic bow, as it does a large range of damage. For this bow, I was getting a low of 43 and a high of 66. So that's the damage for that. Now on to the last weapon, the strongest weapon, the Vamp bow. I was getting a range of 50 to 77 with the Vamp bow. Definitely the most damage dealt from all the weapons. Alright, so here is the table that I made. The best weapon in the game currently is the Vamp bow with a maximum damage of 77. It does no critical damage and no splash damage. Then we have the title spellbook at 60 damage with a splash damage of 20. Tied for second is the spellbook with 60 damage, no critical, no splash. In fourth, we have the artifact bow with a range of 43 to 66 with no critical, no splash damage. In fifth, I estimated the damage of the hardened bow limb, just somewhat in between the basic and artifact bow, of 35 to 55 damage with no critical or splash. The basic bow at 28 to 44 damage with no critical or splash. And we have the Gilded Steel Hammer with a regular hit of 25, critical of 37.5, no splash. The Aquamarine Sword, 18 damage, 27 critical, no splash. War Axe, 16 damage, 24 critical, no splash, and the wooden sword with 10 damage and 15 critical with no splash damage. So as we can see, the newer items that keep coming out seem to be getting more and more powerful. The benefit of the new bows is they're not too hard to make, but the downside is you have to have arrows to use them. So if you have a lot of supplies to make arrows, the bows are probably your best bet. I still recommend the title spellbook if you're going to be fighting mobs such as the slimes, as it does splash damage. And I hope this guide helps you out. Feel free to take a screenshot if this helps you out at all.
Alright everybody, that is it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. I hope this helped some of you. And make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.